So looking to come from 2 down to win a series, something else that's never been done in this competition before this postseason. On the outskirts of the Alps, there's mountains to climb tonight, not just for Bayern, but for Milan too. The Italians needing to shake the psychological shackles of losing their 2-game lead in order to reach a first Final Four in 29 years. As always, welcome on board. We hope you enjoy the flight here in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague playoffs. Bayern start with the ball. Flacadori from Baldwin. A bounce pass to Reynolds, who rises straight away to the rim as Bayern look to rise to glory in Game 5. Jalen Reynolds, who only had a ray of hope through the first 4 games of this series, after being one of Bayern's big hitters through the course of the regular season. What a way to start for him. Lede in the corner for Milan. Into the lane, trying to create a bit of space against Johnson. Offensive rebound, Tarzuski, but a travel and a turnover. Jalen Reynolds has averaged just 8 points of 40% shooting through the first 3 games, and then showed those signs in Game 4 when he had 9.6 rebounds. Really looking to come to the playoff party tonight, perhaps. Juwan Johnson has been at that party for a while. He's the man who's really stepped up in the absence of Reynolds' form. Big contributions in 3 of the 4 games so far. Looking to make it 4 out of 5 tonight. Tarzuski into Lede, getting in behind Baldwin, and he got it. And Milan are up and running. Zach Lede. Baldwin tightly guarded, then gets a bit of breathing room. Johnson looking to run interference. Offensive foul, and trying to post up. And Bayern turn it over for the first time. So Bayern scored the first 4 points here. Milan looking to respond now with a tie or maybe their first lead of Game 5. Punter across to Delaney. Lede looking to roll in to the far side up against Reynolds. Takes the long range 2, misses it, but he's in the mood tonight, Zach Lede. He's taken 3 shots already. His teammates are yet to take one. Reynolds up against Tarzuski, the 2 big centers. Jalen Reynolds trying to pass. He's a very capable passing big man, but that time disrupted. It will remain in the hands of Bayern Munich. Flacadori the inbound. Lucic momentarily got free and hit despite Vladimir Mitsov catching up with him. Vladimir Lucic, who had a superb week at the Audi Dome last week in games 3 and 4, including a career-high 27 points in that Game 3 win. 3-point shot for Ponta here. Reynolds puts a rebound on his stat line. It's looking promising for him. One of Bayern's big 3 through the course of the regular season. Here he is again, long 2 for Jalen Reynolds. Reynolds' redemption in Game 5, perhaps. Bayern up by 6 inside the opening 3 minutes. A timeout call by coach Ettore Messina on the Milan bench. Let's have a look at how the drama started in Game 1 of this series. 3 down to lead. Milan with 1 chance, with 1 second. And they get their shot as well! And it goes at the buzzer! Ajax Milan on their first playoff appearance in 7 years win this remarkable ball game in the most extraordinary way. It had to be perfection, and it was. And that fantastic play, one of the greatest ever playoff plays, perhaps, saw Milan up by 1-0. Coach Trinchieri's Bayern failed to respond in Game 2. Milan were 1 win away and still are. Bayern have since won back-to-back games, and now they have the momentum. And here in Game 5, they have the lead. Jalen Reynolds with 4 points and a rebound in the opening 3 minutes. Through the course of the season, the regular season, he'd averaged 14.1 points. And shot the ball very efficiently. Here's Ledet up against Johnson. Back out. Delaney gets free for the three. The closeout late from Reynolds. And Delaney drops a big bucket. Flaccadori, the Italian in Italy for Bayern. Reynolds lost it. First blemish on his stat line and a foul. There's the three from Malcolm Delaney off the back of that 28-point performance in Game 4. He was 6 of 13 from downtown in Germany, after only going 1 of 10 from downtown in the first 2 games here. Tarzuski flying in, can't grab the rebound, saved on the baseline by Johnson, who remained inbounds. Bayern by 3 then, Wade Baldwin, their leading scorer and facilitator through the course of the whole season, gives it to Johnson, who draws the foul. We expect all of these Game 5s tonight to be tight and tense. 3 of the tightest playoff series in Euroleague history. Coming into tonight, these 2 teams were separated by only 3 points on aggregate through the first 4 games. Reynolds looking to volley his way to the basket. Milan putting up the defensive ceiling and forcing a travel. And Coach Messina said it would be won or lost with defensive effort tonight. Milan looking to match Bayern in that regard. Bayern, one of the best defensive teams through the course of the season. Milan more about offense. But the Milan defense did step up here in games 1 and 2, and they're looking to do so again in Game 5. Delaney gets it back from Tarzuski. Delaney, quick first step off the crossover, blazes to the basket and draws a contact. Well, how quickly this sport can turn on a team level and an individual level. Jalen Reynolds, 4 points and a rebound early on, got Bayern ahead by 6. He's since turned the ball over and picked up 2 personal fouls. So he's going to go to the bench. Jalen Reynolds, who did foul out here in the first week of this series in Game 2. Then started Game 3 well on home court, but picked up 3 fouls in 8 minutes and didn't play again. Just wonder if it'll be a similar situation for him tonight. Milan back within 1. Baldwin to Johnson. Johnson up against Ledet. Johnson turnaround, long range 2 off one leg, misses offensive rebound. Radošević, a former Milan player. Baldwin for 3. And it's stuffed home. Juwan Johnson playing out of his skin in this series. A huge offensive rebound from Johnson, who's got 4 points already. He only averaged 3.6 a game in his first EuroLeague regular season. Punter, hotly contested, long 2 doesn't go. Johnson a rebound. And if Reynolds is going to be on the bench, they need this kind of performance from Juwan Johnson. 4 points, 3 rebounds already. In the regular season, he averaged only 3.6 points and 2.5 rebounds. Only shot 44% from 2-point range, but here in this series, he's been a different player. Given responsibility, given opportunities, and thriving. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds in Game 1, 9 points, 9 rebounds, a steal and a block in Game 3, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds in Game 4, and here he is doing it again in Game 5. Baldwin over the top of Ledet. Wade Baldwin on the board. So Bayern, who had their 6-point lead cut to 1, now back up by 5. Baldwin, who's recovered impressively after a disappointing game 1 here a couple of weeks ago. Now up to 15.5 points, 4.5 assists a game in this series. It's a basket and an assist for him already tonight. Delaney to Shields. He had a really good game 4, as we've seen. Got contact as he put it up from the strike. Foul on Baldwin. That's the 4th on Bayern in this first quarter. And Shields will go to the line for 2. Playing his 3rd EuroLeague campaign, the 26-year-old Danish international forward. His first 2 coming with Baskonia, where he won the Spanish title last season. Got the move to AX Milan, and he's having his best EuroLeague campaign yet. The team's 2nd top scorer through the whole season, their 3rd best rebounder. He struggled at times in this series before his big stat line in game 4. The same can be said for a number of star players on both teams. It's been such a defensively intense playoff series so far. Jan Šiško, the 23-year-old point guard, into the game in place of Baldwin for now for Bayern. Here's Lucic on to Juwan Johnson, mid-range 2 for him again. JJ right on the money once more. Juwan Johnson, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Bayern by 5 again. Milan just 2 of 7 from the field so far. Bounce pass inside to Hines, who's in. Shot von Shields for 3. He got it. Shot 45% from downtown in the regular season, then just 3 of 16 for 19% in this series before tonight. He was 0 of 8 here in game 1 and game 2. So those 3 three-pointers coming in Germany last week. And he started to turn it around and drained his first of tonight. 2 points the gap. Milan looking to tie. Delaney dishes off. And players from both angles hitting Jeff Brooks hard mid-air. 3 minutes to play in the first. Still Milan ball. Down by 2. Siobhan Shields to inbound. Luigi De Toma in the game and showing what he's all about. The 33-year-old 2017 champion with Fenerbahce. Didn't play much in game 1 and game 2 here. Only took 2 shots and missed them both. But he had 8 points in both game 3 and game 4. Shooting 50% from the floor. Johnson. Over the top of Brooks, this time falling down to the deck. And unstoppable right now is Juwan Johnson. He's got 8 points in 7.5 minutes. Here's Kyle Hines finishing on the reverse, getting in behind Radošević. These 2 big clubs now trading big blows. Second assist for Sergio Rodriguez, who has been more of a scorer in this series. Shields all over DJ Seeley on the far side, but Juwan Johnson unguardable right now. The defense couldn't have been tighter from Jeff Brooks. Johnson now 4 of 5 from the field for his 8 points. James Gist, now Jan Šiško. On the burst to the edge of the paint, challenging 2 shot blockers. They collided with each other in midair, the 2 Milan players, but they come up with the ball. Shields attacking Radošević, aggressive play all the way to the basket and getting the bench on their feet. From 6 down, Milan have the lead in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Can you believe what you're seeing? He's flying in for the slam!
History is the making.
Well, the winner of this Game 5 will be there in Cologne on the 26th of this month. And at the moment, it's Milan who have the edge here. Siobhan Shields battling his way to the basket to give them the lead, having trailed by 6 and by 5 on a couple of occasions. Here's Seeley. Little floater over the top of Kyle Hines, the two-time EuroLeague best defender. DJ Seeley, who had all 11 of his points in Game 4 in the first quarter, ties us up here. 90 seconds to play of the first. Rodriguez almost lost it going behind the back against Shishko. Here's Hines, far side, back to Rodriguez. Three-point shot off the Milan ball movement, and they're in the mood. Sergio Rodriguez nails his first shot of Game 5. These two looking to contest a semi-final on the 28th before the championship game on the 30th. And here on the baseline cut, finishing neatly on the reverse, is DJ Seeley. Bayern back within one final minute of quarter one. DJ Seeley, who had 23 points here in Game 1, with Baldwin struggling. Hit 5 of 5 from downtown at the start of this series. He's got 4 points in the first quarter here, and Milan have just turned the ball over for the second time, but have the lead off the back of that three-point shot from Sergio Rodriguez. The man who won the EuroLeague title with CSKA in 2019, so he's still a defending champion from an individual perspective. After last season was cut short by COVID, he also won it with Madrid in 2015. Lucic far side, final 30 seconds of the quarter, long range two. Vladimir Lucic once again in the mood. Bayern back ahead. He's been superb over the last 3 games. Shields up against Seeley. Final seconds of the first. Siobhan Shields, 4-3. Got it. Right over the top of the defense to beat the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. 10 points in less than 5 minutes for Siobhan Shields. And Milan lead at the end of one. 24-22 the score. Let's take a look back at that first quarter that started so promisingly for Jalen Reynolds and for Bayern Munich. Reynolds scored a couple of baskets early on. Bayern were up by 6. Milan answered back and were able to take the lead. Jalen Reynolds picking up a couple of early fouls as well, having to go to the bench. Juwan Johnson still bringing it all quarter long. But despite his 8 points, Siobhan Shields has put up 10 for the hosts. And they have a 2-point lead after 10 minutes. Shields perfect from the field and from the line so far. And Milan are 4 of 5 from downtown. 2 of those from Shields, 1 from Delaney, 1 from Leday, 1 from Rodriguez. Milan shooting the ball very well against Bayern's perimeter defense, which is the second best in the EuroLeague through the course of the season. Siobhan Shields, your best performer of the first quarter. with 10 perfect points, 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line. Picking up where he left off in game 4. Those 10 points coming in just 4 minutes and 42 seconds on court so far tonight. He shot 56% inside, 41% from downtown through the course of the season, but struggled here in games 1 and game 2. He's putting on a clinic so far in front of Giorgio Armani here at the Mediolanum tonight.
Secondo quarto di gioco, dopo 10 minuti, Olimpia Milano 24, Bayern Monaco 22.
Here we go, start of the second quarter, Milan by 2 and have the ball. Shields wide open 3 on the first possession of the second, missed by Jeff Brooks though, who is a 40% three-point shooter through the course of the season. Bayern survived that particular scare. Jan Shishko had 9 points and a career-high 8 assists in game 3, with only 1 turnover. Has really come to the fore at times in this series. Finds Paul Zipser, who came to the fore in the second half of game 4, but he misses his first shot of game 5. Zipser had all 16 of his points in the final 17 minutes last time out. Here's De Toma from the elbow. Such a good shooter. Luigi De Toma, who says the only thing missing from his career is a trophy with an Italian club. Milan by 4, and De Toma has 4. Here's Baldwin trying to finish on the difficult reverse. Rodriguez sensing the opportunity to catch that Bayern defense up the floor. De Toma, the 33-year-old Italian forward, described by Coach Messina as a great shooter and a great leader. Part of Messina's philosophy, saying that he wants a solid base of Italian players, and describing Luigi De Toma as one of the best ever. It's Siobhan Shields, 4-3, he can't miss. 13 for Siobhan. 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. And Milan have the largest lead of the evening. Shields almost at his season average already. Baldwin. They've scored the last 8 points. There's the defense from Shields as well. Checks the rearview mirror, slices through, and a goaltend. The basket counts. A fabulous 15 for Shields in just over 6 minutes on court. Timeout called by coach Andrea Trinchieri on the Bayern bench. It's getting away from the Germans here in the first half.
Radio 105.
Turnover number 4 from Bayern Munich. Field goal number 5 from Siobhan Shields. He adds a steal to his impressive first half stat line. Baldwin disrupted the shot after it kissed the window, which means it goes down as a goaltend. Despite the best efforts of Wade Baldwin to produce the block shot, the basket good for Siobhan Shields, and the largest lead of the night. There's 9 points now for the home team. They're both shooting 11 of 17 from the field, but Milan have hit 5 threes. Bayern haven't hit a single one so far. Milan also 4 of 4 from the stripe. Bayern yet to get there. Shot clock winding down on Lucic. Hines right on top of him, knocking him off the court. No foul. Just great defense from the four-time champion. Shields, long range 2, his first miss of the game. Jan Šiško, who's actually improved to the extent he now ranks first in the Euroleague this season in assist-turnover ratio, trying to score this time. His shooting percentage has been good on the interior as well, but he misses that opportunity. Rodriguez, the veteran, against the youngster at point guard, somehow turned it on towards Hines, who's able to score, and the lead for Milan is double figures again. As it was back in game 4, Bayern bounced back on that occasion. They're going to have to do it all again in game 5. 4 assists early on for Sergio Rodriguez, who's really pulling the strings of the Milan offense. Rodriguez somehow with the pass to Hines. Two men who've got 6 Euroleague titles between them, combining to deadly effect. Reynolds is back in on those 2 fouls. Rolls inside. Juwan Johnson taking on the long 2. The whistle came first. His team have scored the first 9 points of the second quarter. Bayern on a 3-minute drought at the start of quarter 2. But the drought extends back longer than that into the first quarter. It's around 3.5 minutes since their last score. Reynolds to Šiško. Desperately in need of a basket here, Bayern. Šiško with the shot clock winding down. No room for the 3. Reynolds with the long 2. Got it to beat the buzzer and to stop the drought. Jalen Reynolds up to 6 points on perfect shooting. Looking to ensure those 2 early fouls don't affect him. 9 the gap, 6.5 minutes of the first half to play. Delaney. Šiško trying to keep up with him. Delaney elevates at the stripe. Short, wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Offensive rebound for Hines, though. The shot clock reset to 14. Hines up against Reynolds. Back to centre court to Delaney. Delaney on the burst to the basket, gets through, and he's fouled. And they're saying the shot was disrupted when it might have fallen. What a huge finish to the first half we've got here over the next 6 minutes and change, because Bayern came back from 13 down in game 4. Milan here in game 1 came back from 19 down to win it, but that was the second biggest comeback in playoff history. If it gets towards that kind of margin again, Bayern are in big trouble. So they have to play this next 6 minutes at a much higher level than they've played the opening 4 minutes, certainly, of this second quarter. Coach Ettore Messina's team in control at the moment. We know that no lead is safe in this series. Delaney to the line for 2. In the 2 games last week, Malcolm Delaney was 8 of 14 from 2-point range, 6 of 13 from the perimeter, and 12 of 14 from the line. He's already 4 of 4 from the line here tonight, 7 points in 8 minutes on court. Milan back up by 11. Hines to the bench, Tarzuski back in. 2 fouls apiece for the 2 teams over the first 4 minutes of quarter 2. And there's another foul. It's called on the defense, despite Delaney going down hurt.
Fallo del numero 23, Delaney, primo fallo.
First foul on Malcolm Delaney. Let's hope to have another look at the contact. Delaney trying to keep up with Seeley, caught an inadvertent shoulder. As Seeley stepped to the side, the foul was called on Delaney. So the third on Milan. 5 fouls, the quarter limit here in European basketball. Reynolds passes out, zips it into Juwan Johnson. He got free in the paint momentarily and then got confronted by Tarzuski. And he'll go to the line for 2. 8 points in the first quarter for Juwan Johnson. This will be his first trip to the line. In fact, the first trip to the line for anybody in those white jerseys. Milan, in stark contrast, to 6 of 6 and have made a habit of getting to the line on a regular basis in this series. You can see the playoff average of Juwan Johnson there, 7.8 points. His season average just 3.6. 34-game regular season. Some players go to another level at crunch time, other players shrink. Juwan Johnson certainly in the first bracket. Nine the gap again. Malcolm Delaney up against Baldwin. Matchup we highlighted for you at the top of the show. Siobhan Shields misses a 3. Got a good look at the basket. And an even better look at the basket down the other end of the floor in transition is Powell Zipson to close the gap to 7 with his first score. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bayern looking to battle back again. Such an important point of this first half. We knew Bayern had to make their move, and they have done. Milan were up by 11 points. Looking to create significant breathing room heading into the main break. Bayern determined to ensure that doesn't happen. They averaged 6 points over games 1 and 2 here in Milan. Powell Zipser then had 11 in game 3 before the 16 second half points in game 4 when he produced one of the dunks of the season. He's just got his first score tonight, the former Chicago Bull. Punter to inbound for Milan, whose 11-point lead has been cut to 7 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. Delaney, guarded by Baldwin. Tarzuski running interference. Leday off to Punter. Punter looking to slice through the defense, forced into the miss. Tarzuski picking up the pieces, though, with the offensive rebound and putback. Hasn't played a great deal in this series, but he's had his moments. Caleb Tarzuski had 2 tide-turning blocks in game 1. And Bayern had that 19-point lead that they ultimately relinquished. Reynolds to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Punter. He's got a height advantage, Juwan Johnson. Punter all over him, though, with the quick arms. Nice pass into Reynolds. Did he get it away in time? The officials say no. Jalen Reynolds says yes. But this is a playoff series and a game and a sport of the finest of margins, where every millisecond counts. The ball has to have left the hand of Jalen Reynolds before the shot clock expires. They will go to the video to have a look.
Dopo l'Italia confermata la violazione dei 24 secondi.
Basket does not count. Milan by 9, a chance to make it a double-digit lead again. 4.5 to play in the first half. Here goes Punter. Blocked off by Juwan Johnson, but once again, Caleb Tarzuski is there to pick up the pieces and to hammer home. "11 the lead, ties the largest of the night. Seeley steps back to the elbow, got fouled, and will go to the line for 2. He'll have to get the ball down first. Milan at the foul limit. Caleb Tarzuski with 3 offensive rebounds in 7 minutes on court now. That time he took the ball and hammered in off the pass. Almost fumbled towards him. Nothing fumbling about the finish. First miss from the line for either team in the game. At a point where Bayern need every point they can get. The gap. 4 minutes and change remaining in the first half. Rodriguez. 4 assists for Sergio Rodriguez. On to Lede. Delaney back to Lede on the elbow. Rodriguez very deep 3. Sergio searing hot. Looking to burn Bayern here again. 13 is the largest lead of Game 5. 6 points, 4 assists for the 2-time champion. Pau Zipser into traffic. Big hit, foul on the defense, much to Milan's frustration.
Olimpia Milano.
Well, they put their bodies on the line, Milan, because we saw in Game 4 how Pau Zipser can plough through traffic. Giorgio enjoyed that one. Sergio Rodriguez's second 3 gives Milan the largest lead so far. They felt they should have had the ball back. They were looking for an offensive foul against Zipser at the other end of the floor. Instead, he goes to the line for 2. We talked about how big the final 6 minutes of the second quarter would be for Bayern. Having trailed by 11, the final 3.5 minutes, having trailed by 13, even bigger. Just 1 of 2 at the strike for Zipser. It's not happened for the Bavarians so far in this first half. It's not happened for them in this arena this season. Rodriguez. He's lit up all of the games here, but he turns it over. DJ Seeley, 3-on-1. There's Zipser slicing through for the score. Bayern back in business. A 10-point gap, 3 minutes of the first half to play. Shields, guarded by Zipser. On to Lede, guarded by Johnson, inside to Hines. Far side, Sergio Rodriguez, up fake, drive inside this time, off the window, couldn't find the angle, another offensive rebound. Nice pass from Hines, 3-pointer Lede doesn't go, and Baldwin secures the ball. Bayern with a player down hurt though. Plenty of bodies colliding underneath, as you'd expect in the playoffs. With everything on the line in Game 5 here tonight. His team have grabbed 6 offensive rebounds already. Bayern had to battle to protect their own backboard that time and did. It came at a cost though, with Pau Zipser taking a hit. Bayern themselves have only grabbed 2 offensive rebounds. Coach Trinchieri will know that his team have to do better on the boards to try and come back from as many as 13 down. Baldwin up against Rodriguez, elevates quickly and scores. Wade Baldwin up to 4 points. got it down to single figures again. 2 minutes and 10 seconds or so remaining in the first half. They backed away from Rodriguez. He misses for the first time from downtown, and Gist grabs the rebound. Bayern looking to close a 13-point gap again, as they did to great effect in game 4. Baldwin hangs one high off the window. The tip, will it go? Not once, but twice from James Gist. The only previous playoff experience on the Bayern roster. The veteran James Gist makes it a 6-point game. Bayern have scored the last 7. Shields, contact from Gist. That's only Bayern's 3rd foul of the quarter, though. They've still got one more to give before they start sending Milan to the line.
Primo fallo. Cambio Olimpia Milano, è entrato Rodriguez.
97 seconds left in the first half. Shields. Faced by Zipser. Switches on to Reynolds. Poked away by Gist, who is a real battler. Fits perfectly into this Bayern ethos, James Gist. After arriving mid-season, looks right at home. Shields, shot clock down to 6. Siobhan Shields, who lit up the first quarter, takes the 3, and you can understand why Vladimir Lucic will be so concerned about the ability of Siobhan Shields and the confidence of Siobhan Shields. He's got 15 points in this first half. He's knocked down 3 threes already. Lucic right on top of him, committing the foul. And Shields will go to the line for 3, where he's 2 of 2 so far. Kind bounce on the first. Siobhan Shields, one of the younger stars on this veteran Milan roster. 26 years of age. As is Zach Leday. They're the 2 young guns amongst a plethora of players who have playoff and Euroleague title-winning experience. Here's Gist, long range 2, doesn't go as he led forward into it. Siobhan Shields. And now a chance for Milan to take a double-digit lead into the final minute of the first half. They've been up by as many as 13. Hines up against Zipser. Crosses over, bodies his way down the baseline to the basket, and the 4-time champion finishes on the reverse. Milan by 11. Baldwin. Bayern have closed the gap to as few as 6. Here's Zipser. That's a 2 if it goes. Tight defense from Hines, offensive rebound, and arching his back to score. Jalen Reynolds in the mood tonight, up to 8 points. And Bayern once more refuse to allow Milan to get away. Kyle Hines down in the corner after defending that shot. See the aftermath of that, the offensive rebound and stick back from Reynolds. He's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field, hasn't yet picked up that 3rd foul. So he's good to continue to play the duration of this second quarter, if his coach so chooses. He's just gone to the bench now, Jalen Reynolds, and sat down. Lucic, Zipser, Gist, Shishko and Radošević on the court. Kyle Hines goes out for Milan. They go with Leday, Rodriguez, Delaney, Shields and De Toma. Bayern shooting well on the interior, but haven't yet hit a 3-point shot. Milan 6 of 11 from downtown. There's a 5-second differential between shot and game clock at the end of the first half. Luigi De Toma. A trademark De Toma dagger. And a 12-point Milan lead. Gist gets his shot away in time. and takes the deficit down to 10. But as was the case in Game 4, Milan have poured in 50 first-half points here in Game 5. And Bayern have to do just what they had to do at the Audi Dome on home court last week when they kept this series alive, coming from 13 down to win Game 4. It's the same old story here in Game 5, 52. They're aiming to do that again here tonight, trailing by 10 at the start of the second half, Bayern Munich. "13 has been the largest lead again here in Game 5, as it was for Milan in Game 4. This time they'll try and cling on to it to book that ticket to the Final Four in Cologne. Luigi De Toma, his first miss of the game, and a rebound, Juwan Johnson. Wade Baldwin, just 4 points in the first half. He's averaged 15.2 in the regular season and 15.5 in the playoffs. Lucic, who's yet to get going as well. He's fouled by Siobhan Shields, the first foul of the third quarter. Only 4 points for Vladimir Lucic on 2 of 4 shooting thus far. He's averaged 13.8 through the season. Jalen Reynolds has been the man at times tonight. Baldwin lost it, trying to get down the edge of the paint, wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Siobhan Shields trying to shake off Zipser to the far side. Delaney passes on to Shields. He had the hot hand in the first half, and he's tangled up here at the start of the second, and a foul on Bayern. Still waiting for the first points of quarter 3. Both teams have picked up their first fouls. And that foul called on the shot. So Shields at the line. And he's up to 20 in the first minute of the third quarter. Milan up by 12. Baldwin. Zipser coming around the screen of Reynolds. Baldwin then working with Reynolds as well. On to Juwan Johnson, long range 2 for him. He likes that shot. And with pinpoint precision again, Juwan Johnson up to 12 points. A role player through the regular season. He leads Bayern here tonight. Shields. Tarzuski, the high screen. Shields meandering, dribble, tracked all the way to the basket by Reynolds, who hangs his head in disbelief at the roll and the drop for Siobhan Shields, who's having the game of his life. Plenty of contact, difficult finish, had to wait. Agonizing for Milan fans and for Bayern. But it looks like it could be Milan's night tonight. It's certainly Siobhan Shields' night, a 3-point play to take him to 23 for the game. And to tie the largest lead off the game at 13. Baldwin. Into Reynolds. Fouled straight away by Delaney because Reynolds had the muscle mismatch. A big height advantage from Jalen Reynolds as well, the 2'7" American center. Second personal on Delaney, second team foul on Milan to match the 2 of Bayern. Here's Lucic firing the 3. It looked off all the way. It was an air ball from Vladimir Lucic, who's shot 45% from downtown this season, and Bayern can't buy a bucket from deep. They're 0 of 5 now as a team. Milan looking to make this the out-and-out largest lead of Game 5. Leday misses, and the deficit for Bayern remains at 13. Baldwin initially looked back out, grabs his own rebound after going inside and scores. 6 points for Baldwin, but a break for Bayern. 11 the gap. Siobhan Shields. Back to Ledet. Inside to Tarzuski. He's got the muscle to match Reynolds. Backs him down to the basket. Misses the shot, though. Reynolds, can he grab the rebound? Had to save it on the baseline and does. His 5th rebound of the night to go along with his 10 points. It's the best game of the series already for Jalen Reynolds. He's handling the ball now up against Tarzuski on the offensive end. Draws the double team, passes on to Johnson, who couldn't handle Sergio Rodriguez. It's a 4-on-2 here for Milan. The 3-point shot in transition goes for Delaney as he hops off the floor. Largest lead off the night for Milan at 14 points. Much to the delight of those in attendance here at the Mediolanum Forum. 3 minutes into the second half, Milan in control. Well, Bayern's comeback now in Game 5 will have to be even bigger than the one they produced in the second half of Game 4. A 3-point shot from Malcolm Delaney. 2 of 2 from downtown in the game. Now Milan 8 of 14 from the perimeter in the game as a team. And they've taken this advantage to 14 points. Delaney becomes the 2nd Milan player into double figures with 10, behind the 23 of Siobhan Shields. Forcing the timeout on coach Andrea Trinchieri. We know that Bayern can bounce back. And he knows that as well as anyone, Coach Ettore Messina. There's a long way to go in this ball game. We've talked so much through this series about the experience that Milan possess. Many of those players stepping up. Many of them veterans who don't play long minutes. Coach Messina really balances the rotation. And he's had big contributions from several of those players tonight to go behind the spotlight stealing 23 points from Siobhan Shields. Bayern need a score here to try and reignite their fight. Zipser, step back 3, lands it over the top of the giant center, Caleb Tarzuski. Had the 2'13" American guarding him and still hit the 3, which is Bayern's first of the game. And it's taken 23.5 minutes almost. 11 the gap, Tarzuski handing off onto Shields. Steps to the side of Zipser, 3-point shot. Siobhan Shields putting on a show. 26 points already. He's 4 of 5 from downtown. The lead is back to 14. And a turnover for Bayern. It's getting away from them. 50-40 was the halftime score in Game 4. They were able to slow down Milan after the main break. They haven't yet done that here in Game 5. Siobhan Shields is feeling it. It was a 45-33 second half in Bayern's favour to win Game 4. Just to rub salt in their Game 5 wounds, they might have a point taken off them here. That Zipser 3 may well have been a 2. The officials checking that right now. So after holding Milan to 33 points in the second half of Game 4, they've already conceded 11 points in the first 4 minutes of Game 5. Since the halftime interval. They have to find a way to slow the Italians down, but they have brought their A game tonight, particularly that man there, Siobhan Shields. A chance to stretch this 14-point lead. Tarzuski on to Shields, the man of the moment. Shields taking on everybody and very nearly finding the finish with the spin on the ball on his way down to the hardwood. That 26 points he's on already has tied his EuroLeague career high in his third season in the competition. So now, at the foul line, with still almost 16 minutes to spare tonight, he has a chance of making this his best ever scoring game in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, and of course he does just that. He was 10 of 12 from the stripe as he attacked the basket aggressively in game 4. And he's looking to go even better than that here in game 5. If he converts this one, he'll be 10 of 10. And the lead now is 16 points. With 16 minutes remaining. It's a big ask for Bayern. Šiško on to Lucic. There's a foul on Milan. That's their third to match the 3 of Bayern here in the third quarter. So Malcolm Delaney, that's his third personal. He's the first Milan player in the game to pick up 3. Jalen Reynolds has 3 for Bayern. Šiško, not involved too much here in game 5 so far, and he turns it over. Well, Jan Šiško ranks second all-time in this competition in assist to turnover ratio, behind only Tomasz Satoranski. And Bayern have just committed their 9th turnover of the night. Milan have only turned it over 4 times. And the Italians, with all of their experience, Siobhan Shields looking it all the way through. Bayern blocking off the passing lanes. And the Italians do protect the ball better than any other team in this competition this season. And they're showing that to the ultimate level here tonight in game 5. As the Toma misses from the far side. And Zipser takes a very early 3 off the high pass forward. It allows them the chance of the long rebound. Reeled in by Juwan Johnson. He's suffocated in the paint. They have to put bodies on the floor to try and grab the loose ball. And a jump ball is the call. Bayern really have to leave it all on the floor, but look at the veteran Sergio Rodriguez taking a whack from Paul Zipser, wrestling the ball, wrestling possession perhaps away from Bayern. The 34-year-old Ivan Perisic of Inter Milan in the house to watch game 5. A few VIPs in here. Of course, Inter Milan have just secured the Serie A title. And now AX Milan looking perhaps under coach Ettore Messina to win their first EuroLeague title in 33 years. And they're 15 minutes away from winning this game 5, and then 2 wins away from winning the whole thing as they look to travel to Cologne later this month. If you're new to EuroLeague basketball, the semi-finals and final and third place game all played over one weekend, one-off games. Off the back of these 5-game playoff series at this quarter-final stage. Midway point of the third quarter. 16, the largest lead. Bayern had a 6-point lead very early on, but Milan have dominated since. Zipser fouled by Rodriguez. That's the 4th foul on Bayern, or on Milan rather. Any further fouls on the Italians for the rest of this quarter will send Bayern to the line. DJ Sealy to Zipser. Back to Sealy again. They need some inspiration from somebody, Bayern. Sealy can't get the bounce. Juwan Johnson does get the rebound. Like the ball is magnetized to his hands at the moment. Juwan Johnson's 8th rebound. And a foul off the back of that is the 5th on Milan. We'll send Juwan Johnson to the line. We'll send Zach Leday to the bench. It is hard to see where the comeback is coming from. But Bayern have produced them time and time again this series and this season with their backs against the wall. They are now only 4 of 8 from the stripe. Coach Trinchieri with a puzzled look on his face. Coach Ettore Messina calm and composed on the Milan bench. There'll be a take 2 for Johnson here on this second one. And he still misses, but an offensive rebound and a foul on his way up on James Gist as he rised. So he'll go to the line for 2. Coach Messina knows that his team can't lose their focus as they did there, allowing Gist to get in for the offensive rebound off the missed free throw.
Cambio Olimpia Milano, è uscito Shift ed è entrato Panther.
Only 56% in this series. James Gist before that one, the most experienced player on the Bayern team, looking to step up with a couple of points here. And he gets the first. A 15-point game. The basket good for Rodriguez, but the foul on the floor first. So the basket will not count. Instead, it's the 4th team foul on Bayern. And Milan will inbound. A picture of frustration right now, the Bayern bench. There's the steal, though, from James Gist, and he's got the freedom of the paint to throw it down. Coach Trinchieri talked about lighting the fire, and James Gist has just done that, perhaps. 13 the gap, 14.5 minutes to play. Bayern needs some more of that defense. Instead, it's Mitsov in the corner for a 3. A miss. Zipser grabs the rebound, balances the baseline, and gives it to Shishko. A chance for back-to-back scores for Bayern. James Gist to the far side, low catch, adjustment, 3-point shot. DJ Seeley from deep, and Bayern still believe. From 16 down, the Bavarians back within 10, and a timeout called by Coach Messina on the Milan bench. They've scored the last 6 points without reply, including just their second triple of the game. DJ Seeley with that 3 coming off the back of the defensive play and the dunk from James Gist. It is the only man with previous playoff experience on the Bayern roster who's lit the fuse to light that fire. James Gist with a steal, a dunk and an assist, having also grabbed the offensive rebound on that missed free throw to get back to the line himself. It's been a big minute or two for James Gist and for Bayern Munich. A minute or two in which his contribution perhaps has kept them alive. You see the leaders in the various categories. Juwan Johnson close to a double-double now for Bayern. Siobhan Shields, though, a career high, 28 points before we've even reached the 4th quarter. Four minutes still to play in the 3rd quarter. And once more, we see a large lead in this series, but the opposition refusing to lie down. Rodriguez. 6 points, 4 assists, all coming in the first half for him. Punter is yet to score yet. He's 0 of 4 from the field. Milan's top scorer through the season. Tight defense from Bayern again. Heinz wriggles free and finishes with a one-hand. The four-time champion relieving the pressure on Milan. Seeley. Blocked off. Kyle Heinz there on the defensive end as well. And they'll slow it down and play in the half court. Heinz with the drive and dunk, then with the defense. Punter with the three. Bang! Milan by 15 again. What a time for Kevin Punter to knock down his first field goal. Bayern have to light the fire once more. Baldwin in traffic. No foul, he's fuming. Milan just playing good defense. Punter. Fouled by Baldwin, and he'll go to the line for two. Enough to Bayern to close a 16-point gap down to 10. Almost in the blink or two of an eye. Milan now have the chance at the stripe to make it the largest lead of Game 5. Vladimitsov goes to the bench. Kevin Punter goes to the line, having just scored his first points with that triple. Milan are a perfect 14 of 14 at the stripe here tonight. Punter tagging one to that tally. The perfect illustration of how many offensive weapons Milan have to step up. He hadn't scored for almost the full duration of the first 3 quarters, and now 5 quick-fire points. 17 is the deficit. Milan overturned a 19-point deficit here in Game 1. Now Bayern have to do just about as well as that over the final 12.5 minutes.
Olimpia Milano. Fallo del numero 32 Brooks, primo fallo.
A foul on Jeff Brooks. Both teams at the foul limit, so Gist to the line. Only around 50% as we've seen from the stripe in this series. It's the first. Bayern are only 6 of 11 in this game. Gist this time gets them both and continues his big third quarter. You get the feeling, had it not been for James Gist, Bayern would be done by now. 15 the gap. Punter feeling confident now after 5 quick-fire points. Here he goes again, long two over the top of Radošević. Rebound though for Siobhan. Shields in traffic in a sea of white. He slices through to score and to make it a career-high 30 points. 17 the Milan lead again. Radošević to Baldwin. Bayern need a huge 2 minutes to end the third. Radošević for 3. It's not his shot. It's Shields' ball. It's Shields' night. Shields going to work on the Bayern defense again. The first time he's hit the 30-point mark in a EuroLeague game. Heinz, who's had some big plays. Rodriguez has 2. Shot clock down to the final 4. Kyle Heinz up against Baldwin, who forces the turnover, does he? Yes, he does, off the shot clock violation, as Jeff Brooks picks up the ball too late. It is, however, only the 6th turnover of the whole game for Milan. They've protected the ball so well here in this series. Only 8 and 10 turnovers in games 1 and 2, only 6 tonight. Bayern forced a few more in the games in Germany, but Milan protecting the ball and protecting their home court fortress. Baldwin for three. Bayern need it. They don't get it. Rebound instead. And a chance for Milan to add to their 17-point lead in the final minute of the third. Brooks up against Lucic. Rodriguez for three. Misses. Lucic the rebound. Bayern are barely breathing. Baldwin. There's the pass to Gist. Cross-court pass. DJ Seeley open for the three. Got it. DJ from deep again. 11 points for Seeley. It's a 14-point gap. That's a huge shot. And now Bayern need a huge defensive stop just to have a glimmer of hope heading into the fourth. Rodriguez. He's fouled and will go to the line. Bayern will have time for one more shot at least. But Milan is still perfect from the stripe through the course of the opening 30 minutes, 16 of 16. First trip to the line for Sergio Rodriguez, a very good free throw shooter. And then Bayern will have one more offense. They've actually called it. There's an inbound and Shields is suffocated. Shields then leans forward on the three. And Bayern do protect their basket in the closing seconds of the third. It's a 14-point Milan lead with 10 minutes to play. They have 1 foot at the final four. Well, Siobhan Shields continues to do his thing, a 30-point night through the first 30 minutes. He leads all scorers in the game with that career high. Bayern are just trying to stay in it right now and withstand the heat. Milan turning up the temperature, turning up the pressure. And Bayern just about still in this season, still in the playoffs. The dream just about still alive, but slipping away. Instead, AX Milan, who've had so many players step up to the plate in support of Siobhan Shields, are 10 minutes away from their first Final Four in 29 years. 72-58 the score at the end of three. They've shot the ball superbly from downtown, 10 of 18 for 56%. They've only turned it over 6 times, while forcing 10 turnovers on Bayern. Could be the perfect night for Siobhan Shields. He's 3 of 3 in terms of picking up our best performer of the quarter award. 12 points in quarter 3 for Shields. He's up to 30 for the game. He's only missed 3 shots tonight. 4 of 6 from 2-point range, 4 of 5 from the perimeter, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. 2 steals on that stat line as well, 4 rebounds. An index rating of 38 as it stands. It's a career high in points. He's also on course for a career high in PIR. Bayern needs somebody to steal the spotlight from Shields. They have 10 minutes to overturn a 14-point deficit. They did trail by 10 in the fourth quarter of game 4. Baldwin to Zipser. They start with the ball in the final period as well. They can't start with a basket. Reynolds really battling to try and recover the rebound. Lucic on the baseline, but to no avail. It keeps on getting away from Bayern tonight. And Punter just with one thought in his mind, to drive straight to the hole. He'll go to the line for 2. Milan play plenty of that individual aggressive offense, getting plenty of free throws. They have done through the whole series. Players very capable of attacking the basket, showing no fear in the land of the Giants, and very capable when they get to the line of knocking them down. They're a perfect 18 of 18 tonight. All of Punter's 7 points coming in the second half, 4 of them from the stripe. 16 the deficit. Baldwin to the basket. Reynolds trying to pick up the pieces again, and a foul that time. Wade Baldwin is Bayern's best player at doing what Punter had just done down at the other end, but Milan have protected their basket and their paint very well. Kyle Hines, the ultimate veteran in terms of doing that. A two-time EuroLeague best defender and a member of the EuroLeague's all-decade team. He's looking to get to a 9th straight Final Four. Remember, back in Game 4 as well, he ended up on the wrong side of a playoff poster. Kyle Hines with Pau Zipser's take everything one-handed dunk over the top of the 4-time champion, but that in many ways is a credit to Kyle Hines, who doesn't fear going up to challenge anybody. He's a small center at 198, but you wouldn't know it from his presence and his leap, and certainly from his personality. Leday, he's attacking strong over the top of Reynolds. In the fashion capital, Milan turning on the style. A 16-point lead heading into the final 9 minutes. Game face on for Zach Leday. Full focus on full force forward towards the Final Four. Defense coming to the fore again. Zipser up against Leday into Reynolds, who's just been dunked on. The basket won't count as he tried to take on Kyle Hines instead of foul. Let's take a look. First at that foul on Hines, which came before the shot. And then we'll see the throwdown from Zach Leday, towering high over the hoop. And Baldwin answers back in a big way at the other end. Bayern looking to keep their flame flickering here in Game 5. 14 the gap, 8.5 to play. Baldwin up to 8 points. But Bayern need plenty of defensive stops here. They get one. No contact called from the baseline official. And then a foul on the floor again after Baldwin tried to pass out to the perimeter. And this has got shades of Game 2 about it, in terms of Milan opening up a large lead and Bayern really scratching, scrapping and clawing to get back into contention, but not being able to slow Milan down enough. Baldwin. They could really do with back-to-back scores here as we approach the final 8 minutes. Baldwin will take on a 3, and he hits it over the top of Leday. Bayern back in business. 5 quick-fire points from Wade Baldwin to take his tally to 11. It's an 11-point game. Sergio Rodriguez, low shot though, off the back of a lovely shake-off crossover. Baldwin spins, far side, attacks strong. Can he score again? Bats his own rebound back to the corner, but no teammate waiting for him. That really would have made it game on. Rodriguez. Dishes off to Hines, so composed, so cool and so clinical in the paint. Kyle Hines, 10 perfect points tonight. 13 the gap again. Seeley for 3. Zipser, huge offensive rebound, but wrestled off him by Shields. Not just the points for Siobhan Shields tonight, the hustle plays as well. He's scrapped that rebound away, balanced on the baseline. He's already got 2 steals on his stat line as well. And Baldwin, who just had a 5-point burst, looking to catch fire, soon extinguished by Milan. Rodriguez to Hines, he won't shoot the three. There's an offensive foul on the far side against Delaney. Well, 7 minutes is still enough time in this sport for a team with Bayern's heart and ability. But Coach Trinchieri's team have to make a start to that comeback much sooner rather than later. Sealing. Reynolds rolled inside, created some space. Kyle Hines gets back for the rejection and slams the door in the face of Jalen Reynolds, who thought he had a reigniting alley-oop for Bayern, but instead it's the sleeping giants who are awake. Sergio Rodriguez, as Milan look to end a 33-year wait for a Euroleague trophy. A stop from the 4-time champion Hines, a finish from the 2-time champion Rodriguez, and Milan lead by 15. Well, Sergio Rodriguez with the score, but off the back of one of the biggest defensive plays of this series and of these playoffs. It was a second block of the game for Kyle Hines, who has won more titles than any other player in the competition. Your 7 days magic moment. It came in this quarter. Zach Leday over the top of Jalen Reynolds. And this could be a magic night for Milan. They're about to end a near 3-decade wait for the Final Four. Look at where the points have come from for both teams. Bayern stone cold from downtown, just 4 of 13 as a team. Milan red hot on the outside there, 10 of 18. Surely even this Bayern team can't do it from here. There's a foul on Shields as he tried to stick with Lucic. We haven't yet seen a replay of that huge block from Kyle Hines. Probably came too close to our 7 days magic moment. But Zach Leday, still a worthy winner of that award. Shields goes to the bench on his game high and career high 30 points. His third foul. Delaney the only player in the game on 4. Lucic at the line. Bayern need every single point they can get right now. They need to play it almost to perfection over the final 6 and a bit minutes. And they're doing anything but that. Only 10 of 16 from the stripe. Rodriguez to Hines, those two at it again. It's Hines from Rodriguez, misses this time, offensive rebound. They'll try and upgrade to a 3. Leday misses, Sergio Rodriguez, Luigi De Toma rather flying in. Milan have not just shown their offensive firepower tonight, but their defensive doggedness and determination to match Bayern, who've been brilliant in that regard all season long. Here's Hines again from Rodriguez. The two men with 6 Euroleague titles between them combining and coming up with big plays at both ends of the floor down the final stretch. Milan by 16 have left Bayern in their wake. Bayern Munich in need of a miracle in Milan. If anyone can do it, it's Coach Trinchieri's team. (14) the gap, just over 5.5 to play. 10 points for Zipser. Bayern have got 5 players who've scored in double figures. Jalen Reynolds on 12 comes back in. Juwan Johnson has 12. Seeley and Baldwin 11. Zipser 10. They've only scored 68 points as a team. Rodriguez, he's got 7 assists now. Lost the handle on the ball and turns it over. Now he's not happy with the call. The baseline official was right on top of it. It's the 3rd turnover from Rodriguez. Baldwin. Five minutes to go in Bayern Munich season. Unless Baldwin can spark the biggest comeback of this series. Sergio Rodriguez, 12 the gap. Baldwin up to 13 now. There's a foul on Shishko. Remember, in game 3 of the series between Real Madrid and Anadolu Efes in the Spanish capital, Real Madrid looked done and dusted. Efes were on for a clean sweep, and Madrid came back and overturned somehow a 13-point deficit in the final 5 minutes. It can be done. Bayern were down 14 before that basket from Baldwin. There's an offensive foul against Toma. He was pulling back Lucic as he tried to get basket side off the inbound. A few nerves, a little seed of doubt perhaps in Milan minds. Baldwin. 10 turnovers apiece now. Baldwin got a good look and scored again. It's a 10-point game. Not just points for Bayern, but quick points. 4.5 minutes to play. Shields, the man who's been on fire most of the night, looking to reignite Milan down the final stretch. Inside to Hines. And the foul on the floor. That was Bayern's last foul to give. The next on the Bayern defense will send Milan to the line. Baldwin's 3rd personal. Kyle Hines. Delaney, he's playing on 4 fouls and a foul on Baldwin again, so he's now on 4. And Delaney goes to the line. Delaney, who's 4 of 4 from the strike tonight, and Milan as a team who are 18 of 18. Will there be a silver lining to that foul for Bayern Munich? Will Delaney miss one? He does. The first miss all game long, and it was by a long way. Milan now 18 of 19. He recovers to hit the second. 11 the lead. The ball in the hands of Baldwin. Couple of really quick scores from him. He's going to go to work again, feeds it into Reynolds, up against Hines. Grabs his own rebound high off the window and he scores. And it's a single-digit game as we move into the final 4 minutes of this series. From 17 down, Bayern battling back again. But will they run out of time? Baldwin playing on 4 fouls, trying to keep up. A turnover. Lucic How are Bayern still here? How are they still hanging around? Jan Žižko for three, got it! Bayern were dead. Somehow, there is life left in their lungs. A 6-point game with 3.5 to play here in Game 5. This team just doesn't know when to quit. Lucic faking the three, faking the pass, then going to the corner to Žižko. And what a time for Jan Žižko to hit his first field goal of the game. They're not sitting too comfortably at the Mediolanum Forum now. And there's a look at the leads through the course of the game. Bayern early on by as many as 6, but Milan have led for the whole of quarters 2, 3 and 4 and by as many as 17 points. They led 70-53 with 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bayern on an 11-1 run, back within 6, 3.5 to play. We thought this roller coaster ride of a series was over. It continues to give and give. Lucic diving down far side. That's what Bayern are all about. But it was just out of the reach of Vladimir Lucic as Bayern look to play their brand of intense defense again. They've left it late in Game 5. Vladimir Lucic, so often their talisman, the man whose block in the regular season secured their first ever playoff place, the man whose 27-point career high kept them alive in Game 3, the man whose game-winning three-point alley-oop dunk got them ahead in Game 4. They look to show more hustle up against the 30-point Siobhan Shields. Delaney for three, hand in his face, but pinpoint precision. One of the biggest shots of this series for Milan. Their 11th three of the night. Delaney's 3 of 3. Baldwin can't answer back. Milan just need to keep the ball, keep their heads, and they'll keep the lead. Nobody better to do that than Sergio Rodriguez. Far side, Delaney. Taking on Baldwin this time on the bounce to the basket. Got it on his way down. 5 fantastic points from Malcolm Delaney in a flash. 11 the lead, and Milan are just about there. Reynolds trying to answer back with a quick response. He looked halfway down and came back out again. It looks like it is going to be just like Game 2, when Bayern showed plenty of heart to keep on going, to get close, but ultimately fell short. Rodriguez to Delaney, the man of the moment right now for Milan. Hotly contested all the way, stuck to like glue by Wade Baldwin, who's not giving up hope. Cross-court pass to Johnson, long two for him, and it's a single-digit game again. Crunch time in Game 5. Rodriguez will take precious seconds away from Bayern, though, into the final minute and a half. Bayern in need of a blockbuster finish. Shields on a blockbuster night for him. Hits the three. This has been the Siobhan Shields show. A career high 33 points to take Giorgio Armani's team to the Final Four for a chance at a first title in 33 years. How apropos, how poetic. How tight the defense, how tight the shot clock. They're checking to see if he got it away in time. If he does, it has to be the arrow to Bayern hearts. They're checking now just the basket value rather than whether it's a valid basket, so the basket counts. It was called a 3. There has to be conclusive evidence to the contrary to change it to a 2. Certainly not seeing that at the moment. As it stands, it's a 12-point Milan lead with less than a minute and a half to play. You feel, even if it is a 2, there's no way back, surely, even for this Bayern team. It's the first time in any game in this series that a team has surpassed or hit the 90-point mark. And Milan's tally will remain at 91. It's a 3-point shot for Shields, who has 33 of his team's points. Lucic gets it back from Reynolds, fires a 3 again. Lucic hits at the second attempt. Bayern barely breathing. Final minute, 9 the differential. No miracle in sight in Milan at the moment. But maybe Reynolds reels it in and hammers it home, and that's 5 points without reply. It's a 7-point margin now. They need another steal, they need defensive stops, they need to get the ball out of the hands of Sergio Rodriguez, who will waste these seconds away and keep Bayern waiting. 5 to shoot. Deep 3-point shot for him, an air ball. 22.3, there might be a little bit of time added on to that perhaps. They keep playing, Baldwin. Baldwin back out, Jalen Reynolds is going to shoot a high arcing 3 and he hits the big centre, Jalen Reynolds. He makes it a 4-point game and they get the ball back as well with Baldwin. It's a 2-point game and there's an offensive foul against Siobhan Shields. What on earth are we witnessing in the closing seconds of this series that never dies? An incredible passage of play, an incredible collapse from Milan. The most remarkable playoff comeback of all time, perhaps, from Bayern Munich. It was done, it was in the box, it was over. Milan were at the Final Four. Somehow, they're in danger of throwing it away.
Viene visualizzato l'Insta replay per controllare il tempo restante sul cronometro.
AX Milan led 91-82, 91-79 even, by 12 points until 63 seconds remaining of this game. But this is the sport where anything is possible, and this is a team who can make anything possible. A team that just don't know when to quit. And Jalen Reynolds hit a 3-point shot because quite simply it had to be taken. And from 12 down, heading towards the final minute, it's a 2-point game, and Bayern have the ball. Milan committing 3 turnovers in the final 46 seconds of this game, having only turned the ball over 11 times through the first 39 minutes. Lucic hit a 3, Reynolds hit a 2, Reynolds hit a 3, Baldwin a quick 2 off the turnover, and now Bayern have it back again. 12.6 to play off another turnover from Siobhan Shields. It's Baldwin. Goes in for the 2. Baldwin stuck to by Hines, and a jump ball. Kyle Hines, the 2-time EuroLeague best defender and the 4-time champion, with one more huge defensive play, with Milan down in a hole. Just checking the call, it is a jump ball that they've called. You thought any game couldn't finish as dramatically as game 1 did here. It was won with an inbound with 1.2 seconds to play by Milan. Bayern looking to give them a taste of their own medicine here in game 5. Baldwin and Hines to contest a jump ball. Bayern down by 2, 7.9 to play. Bayern need the ball for a chance to force overtime or for the win. Instead, it's Shields who gets it, and they have to foul him. Milan might just avoid the ultimate collapse. They were in danger of the biggest collapse, the biggest choke in this competition's history. But who else to bail them out than Kyle Hines, with that defensive stop, forcing the jump ball and then winning the jump ball. And Shields, now if he hits this second one, will make it a 2-possession game with 5.8 seconds to play. He misses it. Bayern have one more chance. They need a 3 to force overtime. Zipser takes it and misses it. And Milan can finally celebrate. Just south of the Alps in their first postseason in 7 years. Milan have climbed the playoff mountain again. The 3-time champions going back to the Final Four for the first time in nearly 3 decades. And there, they'll look to lift Europe's grandest prize for the first time since 1988. They've weathered the ultimate storm. They've survived Bayern's backlash in Munich and here tonight in Game 5, and produced their own magic night in Milan. Even with all of their experience and all of their class, they almost let it slip. But it was written in the script that this series just had to have a dramatic cliffhanger of a finish. The final score in Game 5.